Hey, you got Chico here. It's the start of a new month, February, selling call options. And the first thing I want to talk about is, there was a rumor last Friday about whether the investment from NVIDIA to OpenAI was questionable and falling apart. And so there were reporters in Taiwan where Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, was asked this question. And check out his reply. I mean, like, he stares the the cameraman or the interviewer in the eye and tells them this. Do you hear that? It's nonsense. And I think there's a little bit of anger in that. Because I feel like Jensen's always like defending AI. He's like, I'm telling you everything. And then you keep asking me, is there's a crack here? There's a crack there. It's like, it's real. It's like the demand is so strong. But yeah, there's a lot of insecurity on the market. And I guess that's what the media also does too. They just like drill down on these things and try to feed the market its fear. It's crazy. So yeah, okay. What else we got today? So this is we're into getting into earnings season a little bit more. It's been a pretty good week last week. I mean, we got some high profile stocks that kind of like took a dive because not because they had bad earnings or anything like that. It was just like shareholders were not happy. Like Microsoft is one of them, right? But other stocks like Meta, IBM, fantastic. So far, I would say earnings are going really well despite where the stock market is and how Wall Street's reacting. And so Disney reported earnings this morning, and you see they're down too. Well, they're bouncing back right now. What's good is that their business is doing really well, despite rising costs. But yeah, it's good to know that people are going to Disneyland, having fun, spending money. Super, man, super for the economy. And Rambus is an interesting story. I don't really follow Rambus, but I see that they popped up quite a bit today, and because of all the AI related hardware, memory is just like is on a heater, and so Rambus is up before earnings. They're going to report earnings after the bell, and what they make is various components to support memory. Memory for computers and servers, and so they may be a beneficiary to this whole increased in memory and high demand for memory memory and all hardware related to AI. So we'll keep an eye on them. I don't want to make a play for Rambus because I don't not super familiar with them, but yeah, they finally getting their day too. Here you go. Last October 27th, they reported earnings. Their EPS was a little bit low. I don't know what else happened, but yeah, their stocks has been mostly a sideways stocks until the recent times. But what's exciting after the bell is we got Palantir. Palantir is it's down from its record levels of like around 200ish, and so I don't want to sell a call contract on this, but I hope they come out and they blow out their lofty expectations and lift up all the whole sector, the whole stock market. And then tomorrow we got AMD. AMD is moving up today, and why not? Because Intel reported earnings recently, and they said they can't keep up with the demand, and they're constrained by supply. So I am sure some of that is gonna help AMD in their earnings report. Of course, I wonder how their GPU chipset is doing, and if there are any updates on it. Tomorrow, yeah, they report earnings. I don't think I want to sell a call contract on them, just in case it's like a little too hot. And in this video series, we just try to stay out of the money or not go deep into the money. We try and make it profitable off the premium. Basically. If you have a covered call, maybe that's okay for you, and you lose out on the premium, and you make money off the appreciation of the stock. Okay, here we're on the Thinkorswim platform, and you can look at the option chain. I want to do Intel today. Intel, the premiums are pretty good for Intel, and so it's around 49ish, and I think 51, 74, 76. We can do that. We can do 10 contracts. Okay, 10 contracts. Strike price 51. So hit send for that, and again we reset our account back to 50K for the start of the month of February. And that's what we do these days for every month. We used to be 40K for those that are tuning in. And we try not to rely on any margin if there's assignment or anything like that. So as you can see, yeah, we sold our 10 contract 76 cents. And if that's the case, then great. We'll wait for what Palantir has to say. We'll wait for what AMD has to say maybe. I mean, if it goes down tomorrow, we can close it out, take profits, and move on to something else. There's definitely a lot more companies on the back end of this week. Right now, this is what we're at. I decided to make a play on Intel. All right, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next episode. Don't forget, if you like, give it a like if you like money and you like this video. All right.